Hey everyone, welcome to your weekly reading for August 22nd through August 28th. I'd like to share my appreciation to everyone for supporting my channel by liking and subscribing. And now let's find out what Spirit has in store for you this week. Hi Aries, thanks for checking in, always a pleasure, and welcome to you. And now let's see what Spirit is saying for you this week. So we start with the Knight of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, the Four of Cups, the Ace of Wands, the Hierophant, the Ace of Swords, and the Tower, ending with the Tower. So, with that, you have two power cards. Now, it's nice that you have the Hierophant representing that spiritual leader, that spiritual mentor, someone who's helping you and encouraging you to grow spiritually. And with the Tower in the reading, and at the end of the reading at that, sounds like you might be needing that. This week might be a little challenging for you, Aries. Your enthusiastic nature is definitely going to be working with you and to your advantage, and then having that spiritual boost, having someone who's not only in favor of spiritual growth but willing to be there to help you, to guide you into your spiritual abundance per se. This week, that spiritual abundance is probably going to be very strong for you, very good for you. And with the Tower in your reading, we know that with the Tower saying that some revelations are going to be coming for you, some things, some big changes, some big things that you've been contemplating are happening. So having that spiritual leader there for you, and not necessarily saying that you need to go to church or you need to find a pastor, just saying spiritual. So spirituality and religion are definitely not the same thing. I would almost say could be completely exclusive. Religion and spirituality are two different things. So if you are seeking out your religious leader, then that is fine, and that is for you and what you need, Aries. But if you're someone like myself who is more spiritual, then it could be anyone who you feel has your soul, has your true self in the crosshairs of good luck, someone who really cares about you and wants to see you flourish. So that's the kind of person I'm talking about. So if you aren't religious, don't worry when you see the Hierophant. It doesn't mean you have to you have to go that route. It just means that you need someone who's going to nurture you deep down in your soul. So that being said, with him balancing out your Tower, and he is in the same row with your Tower, so you're going to be going through something and you're going to come out of it with that huge aha moment. I think when you have the Tower in your reading, that's definitely telling you that you're going to come out of it on the other side saying, whoa, okay, so that's what's going on, or that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Note, let's look at your challenge. You have the Knight and the Ace of Swords, very high cards in the suit. So starting with your first card and that first sword with the Knight of Swords, we are talking about competence, knowing how to really tap into your true intelligence, seeking rational and logical answers, which is very, actually it's very cool that you have that, because again, we're talking about the Hierophant. That's who I honed in right at first. The spiritual soul, being open-minded to your spiritual self, open-hearted, and your intuition flowing. And then your challenge, your Knight of Swords, is actually saying you are seeking rational and logical solutions. So being able to achieve that goal, you would have to consider all the outcomes. Be very open to what that could be. What can bring you to that rational and logical outcome or answer. So that spirituality just feeds right into that, to be well within your intellectual self and still be seeking those spiritual answers. Having someone who's an expert, someone who is your true spiritual guide, would be very useful. So definitely overcoming that Tower, or preparing you for that Tower. Seeing it's at the end, I'm thinking that, excuse me, God forbid it go into your weekend, but it's something you're probably going to be dealing with all week, but you've got some heavy artillery here on your side. Then you have the Ace of Swords. With the Ace of Swords, we're talking about mental clarity that brings you to a breakthrough. Definitely getting that progress going that gives you that victory. So the obstacles that have been in your way, the things that have been causing you that temporary chaos are going to be quick work. Your mental clarity, your sense of self, your sense of your intellect is going to be finely tuned, and it's going to definitely help you. So, like I said, either in preparation for or in reaction to that Tower. Then we have your action. Let's look at your action. You have the Three of Wands and the Ace of Wands. So the Three of Wands is saying foresight is strong within you this week. So it's a good time to be looking at long-term plans. It's a good time to be thinking about your future. What do I want to do? What is my goal? So this week might be a springboard for something coming up in your near future, saying that you are open to and you're really able to gather the knowledge that you already have about this subject, or you have been gathering intel. So that might be what those rational and logical answers are for, something you've been looking at, something that you want to move forward with. And then with the Ace of Wands, talking about inspiration and growth or a new venture. So definitely you're feeling kind of restless, Aries. You want to move into something new. Again, that enthusiastic nature, but also you embrace your impulsive nature. So this week it sounds like that the impulsiveness that you have is going to be very much to your benefit. It's going to be something that really works well for you and gives you that ability to meet those challenges and to move forward, embracing your spirituality too. So good week for you. Mind and soul, and definitely intuition. This week, Aries, it looks like your intuition is going to be at its peak. You're going to be on top of your game mentally, period. Then you have your emotional card. You have the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is saying that you are at a point of contemplation in your life, and almost to the point where things are going so well and have been so smooth that you're a little bored, easily distracted. You're not quite sure where your emotions lie, not quite sure where you're needed for you to get everything you need. Things are going well with you in most of your realms, but you're maybe a little inquisitive, worried about your emotional needs. Normally we're saying everything else is kind of, well, actually, no. That Four of Cups is definitely talking about your emotional needs. Is that happening for you? So you might want to pay a little bit more attention to your emotional realm. Check out what's going on there. And then last but not least, we have your Eight of Pentacles, your money card. And like we said, with that Four of Cups, and the way you're meeting your challenges, you have your spiritual guide who's bringing you to that point where you can handle anything that's thrown at you. Your Eight of Pentacles is talking about being in it for the long haul, for some good prosperity, possibly a new opportunity that's going to give you that opportunity for advancement, give you a very solid career balance, or where you start from, base, a solid career base, or definitely a financial anchor. So as that Four of Cups said, everything is going well for you, but the emotional thing, and maybe that's where your Tower is coming in, because it looks like you have everything else under control, Aries, but something is coming, something a little bit challenging. So be ready for it. Thank you for joining me. And I invite you to tune in for my Weekend Energy show, which airs this Thursday. And as always, essentially, we all have a divine purpose. Embrace the universe and live your dream. Until next week, here's wishing you health, prosperity, and positive relationships. Farewell to you all.